Hey there, YouTube friends. So I was watching an episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, best Sunday morning treat ever, with Jerry Seinfeld, and he gave a really good social tip in one of his recent episodes, and I wanted to share it with you. So he said that one of the things he does after speaking events or after his comedy performances, when people come up to him and talk to him, and he's trying to figure out what he should say, it's amazing, by the way, that even Jerry Seinfeld struggles with things to say. He says he asks numbers-based questions. So when people come up to him afterwards and he's like, what do I make small talk about? He says that numbers questions are the easiest way to get people talking and to get them comfortable. Why? Because there's always an answer. Here's an example of a numbers-based question. When did you move here? When did you get here? How long did it take to get here? How many of those Chardonnays have you had? Any numbers-based question, he said, it's more specific, it's more concrete, so people are instantly able to grasp it. I thought this was such a brilliant tip for two specific situations. So I actually really like broader conversation sparkers, big open questions. But numbers questions are really good for introverts. And the reason for this is because introverts, and the research shows, introverts use less words in the average day. Also, they like to think and observe before just jumping in. Sometimes your number can be your jumping off point. So if someone says, oh, I'm a teacher, you can say, what grade do you teach? Oh, I teach 3rd grade. How many years have you been teaching that? Gosh, I guess it's been about 5 years. 5 years, wow, that's such a long time. And then you have a jumping off point. So you can almost use numbers-based questions as a warm-up or an icebreaker for an introvert or someone you don't know so well. When people ask me numbers-based questions, I find it also is kind of a warm-up for me. It leads me into getting a little bit more comfortable, getting my oxytocin flowing. In the first few seconds of interaction, your adrenaline is the highest. Your cortisol is pumping. So when someone says, hey, what do you do? Where are you from? Tell me the meaning of life. You're like, right? It's like too much all at once. Numbers-based questions, it allows someone to access their memory, calm down for a second. There's also no right or wrong answer. If you ask someone, tell me your story, that's a very big question. For an introvert, it's way too much, especially with someone who you barely know. But if you ask someone, how long have you been doing what you're doing? There's an answer to that, and it's not right or wrong, and all it takes is a little bit of memory access. So I really like it for introverts or someone that you're just getting to know. I also really like it, and I think this is one thing that Jerry Seinfeld must intuitively pick up on, with VIPs or people who make you nervous. So you know that person where for whatever reason when you talk to them, you just become your least charismatic version of yourself? So this totally happens to me with authors that I read. Like authors are like frickin' celebrities for me. I like sweat and I like mumble and bumble and I get so nervous. And I realize that this kind of question could save me. And the reason for this is because they're simple. They're one-word answers. And so Jerry Seinfeld, I am sure, makes people super nervous, right? You meet Jerry Seinfeld, you're probably like, hi, Jerry. Hi. And he's like, so how long have you been doing what you're doing? That question saves him when people are nervous because it accesses a memory part of their brain, as opposed to them having to be funny or come up with a witty answer or come up with something clever. All they have to do is think, how long have I been doing it? How long have I been doing it? 5 years. And then that gives him something else to talk about. So I would say keep this tool in your back pocket. VIPs, introverts, people who are socially anxious like me, we appreciate these questions too. Anytime you're talking with someone who feels a little nervous, just go to the number. The number is going to help you keep it really safe, really easy, and it's a perfect jumping off point. Thanks, Jerry, for this question.
Hey, I want to tell you one more thing. You are amazing. The question is, do you know how to share it? I'd love to help. I save my very best tips for my insider subscribers. Subscribe for free at scienceofpeople.com. I know your inbox is sacred, so I promise to send you only emails you will love.